Guys, I have a Tuesday morning editorial for you before I get to it. I was watching the news last night, and two more have been arrested in the Capitol riots incident. These two are being looked at as possibly being charged with assault on peace officers. One of the guys was caught spraying some substance in the air. It blinded two officers for about 20 minutes. One of the peace officers the next day collapsed and died. He's a U.S. Iraqi veteran. They're going to memorialize him there at the Capitol so that people can honor him as they enter the Capitol building. But they're saying if they can attach that spray that the guy sprayed in the air to his death, like as if the officer got poisoned and then the next day died, they're going to charge this guy with murder. So, people are talking about the Capitol riots, and they're saying, well, they had a right to go into that building, huh? They had a right. Yeah, they have a right. They have a right to remain silent. Anything they say can and will be used in a court of law. So, I don't know, they're being charged. The FBI is not playing on this one. And particularly these two guys who have been charged with assault on police officers. And one of them may be looking at murder. We'll see. They're doing an investigation right now on it. And speaking of murder, let's go to Austin, Texas, where they said this is the first case that's known of a murder indictment for use of force. A murder indictment on a peace officer, I should say, for use of force. The first known incident of this in Austin, Texas. And, speaking of murder indictments, excuse me, that David Prater at Oklahoma County, somebody was telling me that how, saying some negative stuff and telling me, how corrupt he is. I don't know that. I don't really know anything about Oklahoma County's DA, David Prater, except I do know, there's an exception, that he has a track record for convicting cops that commit homicide or attempted homicide. So I'll give the guy one pat on the back because he does have a track record for convicting bad cops. Although I wish he'd asked for more time, 10 years, 4 years, come on. Look, we're asking 25 to life, come on. But anyway, if you're wondering what I'm talking about, that editorial is from yesterday morning. Go click it. 5 Oklahoma cops charged with manslaughter. And but let's go back to Austin, Texas, and let's talk about this cop who was indicted for murder. What's going on here? Thank you, NBC News, for this story. An Austin police officer was booked on a murder charge Thursday morning in connection with a deadly shooting that led to protests last year in Texas's capital city of Austin. Officer Christopher Taylor was taken into custody after a grand jury indicted him in the April 24th shooting death of Michael Ramos, a spokesperson for the Travis County Sheriff's Office said. He was released just before 12:40 a.m. last Thursday on $100,000 bond, according to the Sheriff's Office. It is the first known murder indictment for an Austin police officer in a use of force incident, the county's top prosecutor said. Taylor is accused of killing Ramos after officers responded to a 911 call about a person possibly involved in a drug deal. The caller noted the person had a gun, NBC affiliate KXAN reported.
I want you to lift up your shirt from your shoulders, turn around, slowly turn around in a circle, slowly turn around in a circle, keep going, keep going, keep going, stop, walk towards me. Michael Ramos, you're going to get impacted if you don't listen. Walk towards me. Hey, move to the center. Move to the center. Michael Ramos! Michael Ramos! Michael Ramos! Hey, listen to me, man. Hey, relax. Relax, Michael. I need you to turn around for me. Michael! Michael, listen to me, man. Michael, listen to me, man. Just listen. I want you to turn around for me, man. Turn around for me, Michael. Turn around for me. I'll explain it in a second. I can't explain it right now, Michael, but you need to turn around.
Leave your hands up!
Michael! Yeah. on, dog? What's happening? Man, what the f***, man? I don't got no f***, dog.
Leave your hands up, passenger.
Hey, do not move! Turn off the car! Turn off the car, Michael! Don't do it!
Get out of the car!
Michael, get out! Hey,
Do not leave!
stay on the
Do
ground!
not leave! People trying to take on sunlight. Do not move! Stay alive!
Hands! Let me see your hands on the left! Do not move! Hey! Hands up! Hey, get ready! Hey, moving, I'm on you.
Stand alive!
I'm on you. On your left, on your left! On your left!
Do not move! Do not move!
Hey, I got one!
Hey, get ready!
People trying to take on sunlight.
Hey, moving up! We got you! On your left! Do not move! Hey, I got one!
The car crashed into a vehicle and Ramos was taken to a hospital where he died, Chief Brian Manley said. Ramos was 42 years old, and no weapon was found, according to investigators. Travis County District Attorney Jose Garza said during a virtual press conference last Thursday that Taylor's indictment was a significant step toward justice for the Ramos family and our community. My heart continues to break for the Ramos family, and we still have much work ahead of us, but we know that holding law enforcement accountable when they break the law is critical to restoring the trust of our community and to ensuring its safety. In a statement Thursday to NBC News, Taylor's attorneys said they were disappointed but sadly not surprised by their client's indictment. Ken Irving and Doug O'Connell, the lawyers, said in a statement, as early as July of last year, then DA candidate Jose Garza had made up his mind that Officer Taylor committed a crime and went so far as to offer an implied promise to indict him several months before being elected district attorney or having access to any case evidence. We would remind Mr. Garza that his sworn duty is not to be an advocate for one party months before knowing the facts. It is to see that justice is done. Today's indictment is not justice. It is the fulfillment of a campaign talking point and yet more evidence of anti-police bias. We look forward to presenting the facts of this case in their entirety to a panel of citizens, not behind closed doors and not under his elusive control. So, just to start off, this cop's attorneys said that Mr. Garza, the DA, it is his sworn duty to see that justice is done. That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. He's seeing that justice is done. He's indicting for murder a cop that fired a rifle into the car that was pulling away, not harming or threatening this cop. No weapons were found in the vehicle, and it was a fatal shot. That's murder. People are going to say, well, he was committing a crime, he was doing this. So cops are now executioners? So they're not just law enforcement officers anymore. Now they're executioners. They're juries and executioners. You're guilty. Death penalty. You know, like that kid yesterday that I did the editorial on yesterday who was shot around Thanksgiving in Oklahoma City. People are saying, well, he did this wrong, he did that wrong. He also did this, dropped the gun. Now, why would somebody drop a gun on the ground and then pull a gun out of their pocket and shoot at the police? Guys, the only smart one there was the sergeant who fired a less than lethal round. That was in Oklahoma City. Coming back here to Austin, Texas, you have this cop that One fired a beanbag round. Again, another smart cop, less than lethal. But the cowboy cop, he fires his rifle into the car and goes, "I got him!" Hoo, 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 hoo. Yeah, that's what the prosecutor's going to be doing when you go to prison for murder. Hoo, 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 hoo. And that's what everybody else is going to be doing. And this happened last year around the time everybody was protesting over Breonna Taylor and George Floyd. And then this happens. But now all these indictments that are coming down, do you guys feel that this is political? A lot of it may be political due to the nature of, or the climate of what's going on in our country. That politically, a lot of these cops are only being indicted because people are crying for police reform. Do you believe that's all it is? Or do you believe they're really trying to seek justice? Let me know in the comment section below how you feel about that. Community Leo Watch, watching Leos. That's law enforcement officers, to include those that just shoot people in cars because, well, they're getting away, and from coast to coast.